the chicken and kill the hog and kill the cow and even, kill everything. Sometimes you feel like kill wife, kill husband and eat it up, huh?
자, 그러려니 어디 상 차리고 먹을 수가 없다고 그냥 할 수 없이 보이지 않는 음식을 먹여줬다 선생님이. 알아서?
However, tonight it's so many happy couples, so many infinitely happy couples. So there's no time to, kill the chicken, no time to kill the cow, no time to kill the hog. So Father said, all right, Father want to feed you invisible food, spiritual food. So you've been having a banquet, the Word of God, Word of Father. That's the banquet food.
기분 좋아? 힘이 나?
Did you have that? Yeah.
가정으로부터 세계를 어떻게 해야 되는 걸? 너들 이제 가정으로부터 국가로부터 세계를 어떻게 하는 다 알았다고.
So you know how you start your family, then go on and move on to nation and a world. You know now clear concept. You have the clear concept of your family life.
그래서 너들 둘이 왕이 되고 여왕이 돼가지고 이런 천국길을 개척해가는 메시아 되는 건 메시아. 메시아는 뭐냐면 참아버지의 어머니 대신 얘기.
So
그게 왕과 왕후라는 거라게.
So we all want you to be, Father wants you to be emperor, king, and queen, and become a Messiah. Messiah in your own area. What is a Messiah? Messiah is a representative of the parents. You represent father and mother. That's the Messiah.
알겠지?
Do you follow?
자, 그 다음에 이제 너들이 지금 뭘 해야 돼? 이 약혼식을 해야 되나, 약혼식?
Now, from this time on, we have to move on to engagement ceremony.
그건 무엇을 너들 이름으로 하는 것이 아니라고. 하나님의 이름과 참부모님의 이름을 가져가지고 너희들의 이름으로 3단계 이름을 하는 사람.
Engagement is the promise. Promise not just between men and women. No, that kind of promise will break. But promise between God, true parent, and you.
3대.
So the three levels named together make one promise. That's the engagement.
알겠어? 그래서 뭐? 사랑을 참부모도 사랑도 너들도 사랑.
So God, love. In love, God will allow and approve your engagement. True parents in love approve your engagement. You men and women approve each other's engagement.
알겠어?
Love, in love. Love is the key word. Engagement, ceremony.
알겠어? 무슨 말인지?
Follow? Do you follow?
그 다음 뭐냐면 약혼하고 그 다음 뭐냐면 이제 천국 들어갈 수 있는 문을 열어놓는 거야.
So when you get into an engagement, finish the engagement, actually you open the door of the kingdom of God. You open the door. You have not entered yet, but you open the door.
천국을 들어가려면 이 쇠사림 아직 쇠사림에 이렇게 줄이 안 돼.
But when you're trying to get into that kingdom of heaven, you all of a sudden find your foot, 2 feet was chained. You cannot move.
전부 다
Your back is,
뒤를 돌아보니 가정이 달렸고 국가 세계가 쭉 달려.
everything is just hanging behind you, so that it's holding you up. You cannot move on into that gate.
그럼 그 모든 세계 역사적인 모든 전투를 말이 너는 내 살의 천단이었네, 피의 천단이었다.
So all history will say, now look, you represent my tradition, you represent my tradition, and so forth. In other words, they're trying to use you.
자, 내가 생각하게 될 때 참부모의 피를 받고 태어난 것이 아니라 거짓 부모의 피가 많습니다.
Also, Satan will say, you cannot enter heaven because your blood is my blood, Satan's blood. Satan is your father. I'm your father. You are not come out of a true parent's blood yet. Satan will accuse you of that.
자, 그럼 그 세탄인데 이 악피를 받는 둘이 받아, 둘이.
So Satan's illicit and evil blood comes through the illicit love between men and women.
누구와도 하나 돼가지고 자기가 둘이 하나 돼가지고 하나를 쭉 끌어버려. 이제 누구와도 하나는 참부모와도 하나 돼.
So they united together. Men and women united together with Satan. They received the Satan's blood. So this time, and the heaven is chopped off. So now, in restoration, men and women united together. See,
first time, God, true parents united together. Later,
God and true parent united together. Then you united together. Now this time receive the true parent blood. So that in the eyes of God and Satan, you shall become, true parent generation.
피를 다 뽑아버리고 말이야. 피주사, 혈주사를.
It's almost like so we have to go through one more ceremony. It's almost like a blood transfusion. True parent's blood. Your own blood is moved out of your body. Total. Move out. This stained blood. Out. Then true parent blood transfusion into your body.
그래서
symbolically.
그러니까 하나님 편에 남자가 되고 살아.
After that ceremony is done, then you men and women stand on side of God.
자, 그 다음에는 하나님의 사랑, 참부모의 사랑, 진짜 트루 사랑을 통해서 그 다음에는
then you are capable of receiving true love of God, true love of true parent, and all of a sudden your chain is gone. No more chain in your foot.
자, 그것이 어느 단계라면 그것이 완성 단계, 장성 완성을 넘어서는 거예요.
So that must be conducted at the perfection of the growth level, where Adam and Eve fell. That particular position, that change of command, change of blood.
그래서
ceremony must take
피를 받아가지고 완전히 태어나는 이런 과정을 거치는 역사적인 과정을 내 개인의 가정을 거치고 국가를 세계를 거쳐가지고 내가 승리적으로 태어났다 해야 아담 자리에 올라가고 해와 자리에 올라가는 거야.
In other words, you must be born again, spiritually as well as physically, by going through a certain condition. You must be born again and receive the new blood, becoming heavenly citizens, externally and internally.
가정, 개인, 고정, 국가, 세계 기준을
And
넘어서
then move on from family, tribe, nation, and a world, all the way up into heaven.
자, 그래가지고 하나님과 참부모와 하나 된 자리에 사랑과 일치했다는 그 자리에 서서야 너희들이 사랑을
So after that, you
결혼을
actually
하시면 돼요.
exercise the love of God, love of true parents, united with true parents. Then you are capable of marrying, really. Then you can go through the wedding. You can go through, really, you can marry as a man and woman, husband and wife.
그렇기 때문에 그래서 혈대교환식하고 혈대교환식과 그다음 너희들 다시 부활식을 해. 다시 영육이 부활했다는 아담 해와 승리권, 국가 세계를 넘은 승리권 그런 자격을 갖추어 가지고 결혼에 나간다. 여기 공식이야.
So before the wedding, your wedding, you must have two conditions must be met. One, your blood must be changed from the satanic line, lineage, to heavenly lineage. Number one. Number two, you must resurrect yourself. Now, you must become a resurrected body. You must become a living person before you get married, don't you? Dead person cannot marry. So you must, sight of God, you must live again. Then go through the wedding. Then form the family.
사탄 세계에 핍박이 어떤 무엇을 뭐가 있더라도 내가 양보하지 않은 변치 않은 내 자신이 되어가지고야 넘어가야 된다.
So then, most important qualification is this. If after you go through that, you must demonstrate your utmost commitment and loyalty to God and true parents. So that Satan even chop your neck out, you would not surrender. Your steadfastness. You must demonstrate.
자, 그래가지고 아담 실패 복귀 해주고
So, by doing so,
예수 실패 복귀 해주고
you are restoring the failure of Adam. You are restoring the failure of Jesus.
사탄을 굴복시키고 난 후에 비로소 승리의 하나님 아들 딸
And subjugate to Satan. Then become a victorious sons and daughters of God. That's the way it goes.
그래서 축복이 되면 축복에 들어가요. 딴 축복이.
That point, you are going through the wedding march.
그 웨딩 마치는 6천년 역사를 푸는 거예요.
Wedding march, actually. You're walking through
6천년 역사의 담을
6,000-year-old
흘리고 나가는 거예요.
history. You're walking through the 6,000-year-old history. You must be capable and ready to
하나님의
receive.
성전을 하는 하나님
So
성전.
you are walking into the temple of God.
이래가지고 재물이 없는 사랑으로 올 것은 참 모든 것이 하나님의 것이요 내 것에서 이게 잘해서 해가지고야 축복을 받는 거야 축복.
So then everything becomes yours because you become totally God's son and daughter. So everything that belongs to God belongs to you, all in one.
그래서
You follow.
자, 약혼식은 뭘 하는 거라고?
So engagement ceremony is what? What father said? It's the promise
천국 들어가서
And?
천국 들어가서 문이 열린다.
and opening what? Opening the door. That's the engagement. Open the door.
그 다음에 보면 뭐 있다고?
Then what should we go through? One more condition. One
이게
more ceremony.
사탄의 피를 가리는다.
That is the change of blood ceremony.
알았어?
Or change of lineage. Lineage ceremony.
자, 그걸 했지만 아직까지 사탄 꽂나 있는 거야 아직까지.
But still, even that's all condition. Even though you go through those conditions, your body actually staying, you're remaining in the satanic world. So you have 3 years to live.
이래가지고
Demonstrate.
다시 낳더래. 애기로 나가지고 아담으로 나가지고 예수로 나가지고 재림 시대까지 다시 낳더는 과정을 거치는 거예요.
So you have to be really become a born again child, starting all over again from the child, Adam's position, Jesus' position, and so forth. Coming up in resurrection.
그건 누가 낳아줘야 되는 거예요?
So who shall give you rebirth?
여자가 낳아줘, 여자가.
Women always give a birth. Women have that role.
무슨 말이라서?
Do you follow?
3년간을 여자 말을 절대 순종하지 않는 거예요.
That's why women, for initial 3 years, women will be a leading role. Woman is more like a mother's role. Woman is giving a birth to a husband.
어머니와 같이 사랑하고 어머니와 사랑하고 누나와 같이 사랑하고 그 다음에 자기 아내와 같이 사랑하는 거야.
So women must be representing 3 elements: mother, elder sister, and wife. And the wife position comes late, in the 3rd level. But first of all, mother's role, elder sister's role, then wife's role.
그래서
You follow?
그런 식을 거쳐가지고 역사의 모든 영적, 육적 혹은 육천론 역사 전체를 탕감해주는 조건 세워가지고 권리게 없기 때문에 사탄의 참 조건이 벗어났기 때문에 축복의 자리에 나가죠.
But tonight, the 2 ceremonies you're going through will give you three ceremonies you're going through give you the condition that Satan has no right to prevail over you unless you surrender to Satan.
자, 결혼식 한 가지는 결혼식만 하는 거예요. 육천론 떠가지고 단만 헤쳐 나가는 거예요. 길.
So actually, all needed ceremony will be conducted tonight except the wedding. Except the wedding ceremony.
그러면 그 전체 결혼식의 90%를 한 90%를
So in
다
other words, tonight, don't take it lightly. This is the 90% of the wedding. In other words, 90% of the procedures of heaven will be conducted tonight. And only formality, 10% remaining as wedding.
알겠어? 이게 중요한 거야, 이게.
So tonight is, realistically speaking, internally speaking, tonight's ceremony is more important.
자, 그 다음에 여기서 결혼은 뭐냐면 구약시대 거치는 거, 신약시대 거치고 성약시대 거치는 거예요. 육천년 역사를 거치는 거.
So wedding actually going through, condition, you walk through the Old Testament era, New Testament era, and the completed Testament era. The wedding ceremony will come, holy wedding. That
그래서 필요해서 부모님의 사랑, 여기 부모님의 사랑을 전수시키는 거예요, 결혼은.
So then, the holy wedding, at the wedding ceremony, you will be given out the true parent love. You'll be given out that love, the blessing. Blessing. That's why we call blessing.
지체가 돼, 지체. 어머니 아버지의 분신이 되는 거야, 분신.
So at that point, you shall become the branches of the true parents. The branches.
알아서 보면 안 돼.
Do you follow, Father?
약혼식,
So, engagement ceremony,
그 다음엔 혈통, 전환식,
which is the change of the lineage ceremony,
그 다음 부활식,
then resurrection ceremony.
알아서 보면 안 돼.
Do you follow?
그렇기 때문에 이제 이 시간이 되네. 아이고, 이 남편 나 싫다고, 이 부인 싫다고 하는 사람 손들어봐.
So right now, this is the now final chance. You say, Father, I just cannot accept this man or this woman as my wife and husband. That before you go through the ceremony, if you want to speak out, I will give you, Father will give you one chance now. Speak up.
그럼 여기서 빼는 거야.
So then that person should be moved out of the ceremony, because no right to go through the ceremony and say something else later. impossible, because it's sealed off inside of God. You as the engaged men and women, husband and wife. After that, no more recourse.
없어?
Nobody so far.
만족해?
So are you all accept and a happy men and women, husband and wife, right?
한 번 더.
Once more. Happy.
한 번 더.
Once more. All right. Acclamation done.
That's why Mr. Caleb was the person who was symbol of this brave symbol of this encourage. That's why finally his descendants took over that area, and his descendants finally took over entire Israelites. That's why now Jewish means descendant of Caleb, descendant of Judah. Finally, this become a point is from the descendant of Caleb there was a David. You know David?
Mm-hmm.
But David exactly the same spirit as Caleb. Why? As you know, this later, finally, even they took over Jericho, but it took 400 years fight. As you know, sometimes they actually took over this area. Sometimes enemy took over. So many fights. Sometimes they actually lost this tabernacles and this tablet. Yeah, the most important things for Israelites. Finally, 400 years later, they said, it is no need to unite to fight against enemy. Therefore, he asked Samuel to appoint one king. In the case, under the one kingship, all Israelites, they can unite and fight against this enemy. This is motivation. They want to have a king. They wanted to have a king. That's why finally Saul became king. But after Saul, David became king. Saul was a descendant of
Joseph.
descendant of Benjamin. Understand? But David was descendant of Judah. Again like the Saul and David. But David, as you know, that time there was a war. And finally, as you know Goliath. Goliath.
Goliath.
Yeah. Here Goliath, and Korean is Goliath anyway.
Spain.
And he appeared and he said, anybody who is against me, please appear. But no one can appear. But as you know, David was eighth. He has 7 elder brothers. He was 8th son, youngest one. But he had no qualification to fight against enemy. And his parents asked him to bring milk and bread to his brothers who fought against this enemy. That's why he brought milk and bread and he brought and gave his brothers. Then moment Goliath shouted, who can fight against me? And no Israel people appeared. When Goliath, when he looked at David, when he looked at Goliath, he said, I can do it. That's why people were so surprised. You have no qualification to fight against, even to join war. How is it possible for him? But he said, why not? If God is pleased with me, if God is on my side, I can do it. This is simple. That's why, anyway, I will try. See? This David was symbol of kindness. Finally, David took over all entire area. That's why there was no war in Solomon time. Why? Only David took over all area, became very strong. Therefore, Solomon, there was no war in Solomon time. That's why David symbol is the courageous. But David, he inherited the spirit from Caleb. That's why finally his tribe take over, inherit spirit. Finally, this take over entire Israel. This is an important one. Tell me, sir, even this Caleb, he left from Egypt. But all of the people who came out of Egypt betrayed God and Moses. Even 600,000 people died in the wilderness. But he and Caleb, he and Joshua, two people could save their lives among 600,000. And 40 years and have passed since he actually sent out as spy and become 85 years old, but he never changed spirit. Until the end, he couldn't keep this. This is very, very important point. We have difficulties. We cannot develop this success in nothing. But point is, because if we lose our spirit, everything is finished. Even we did not make success. But that's why we should have more strong desire to make success. That's why if I myself did not make success, I expect somebody can take on my mission and make big success. That's why Abraham could not make success, but through his Isaac, through Jacob, finally made success. Moses could not make success, finally through Joshua, through Caleb, made success. Jesus Christ, he could not make success, but through even this resurrection, he started again and made success. This kind of spirit is absolutely necessary for us, for our movement. Otherwise, because our circumstances, because difficulties, we lost spirit, and this is completely wrong spirit. You remember this? Always I remember Berlin Convention, and one this story was that time almost the 25th of July. But Cup Command was started 2nd of August, 1 week before. That time, as you know, this communist and the chaos people made demonstration. That time they started from our Chaos Center in Berlin. They gathered there first. They showed their power, and around maybe 400 or 500 people started from this area. But around more than 200 people, they took mask. Mask means they will use violation. Why? That's why they can do demonstration. They cannot use mask. So finally, police did not accept them to use mask, but they did not follow police at that time. And they started the demonstration from this Chaos Center and moved, march. Finally, they made plan. They can arrive 7 o'clock in the Kudam. Finally, they will make a final celebration. Why? They made it. Made it means they made it possible that we cannot make a convention anymore. So everything was finished. Everybody canceled contract, everything. That's why they thought there's no chance anymore for CAP. And they made such a demonstration. That time I was there, Kudam. I was waiting. For me, I was so desperate. That's why if there's a way to change situation, I will do it. This kind of spirit. Even I don't mind to be killed or I did not mind because I was so desperate. That time, I called the rebel from the king. He was in America. I telephoned. Now, situation is very difficult. That's why whether you send Hyojin or not, I don't mind. But I can ask one point very clearly. If you cannot give a report to father, if father say that we cannot make convention anymore in Berlin, this is you should take responsibility. I don't like. For me, anyway, I will make convention in Berlin. Why? Once we compromise to enemy, we have to compromise again. That's why this is very bad. The Pong Kim said, why you are so stubborn? You can make a convention in Frankfurt later or München. Why you have to make it better? That's why anyway, with the Hyojin, anyway, in a sense, Hyojin is dangerous. So whether Hyojin come or not, I don't mind. But anyway, I first not to give a report further to change plan or place. And the Rebel Kim asked father, he gave a report. Father said, fight until the end. Father said, should fight until the end. And Dr. Kim called and I was so happy. That's right. Fight until the end. Every day made demonstration like this. So I determined, okay, I can wait until they arrive. So 400 or 500 people came to this place. When they make celebration, I start to shout it anyway. Through this way, everybody try to kill me. They have mask. So in this case, maybe our member, I don't know what can they do. They can join and they can help my life or not. I don't mind. I don't ask them to save my life anyways. So anyway, I think through this happening, even they can hit me and I can die anyway. Through this way, even media, like this reported about such a terrible behavior. Through this way, even I expect to change our situation anyway. So finally, I want to check this demonstration, and I asked them to stay there, and I went with Japanese brother Misaru to check demonstration. I went there. And that time, this police and the people make confrontation. Police through microphone, please take off mask, but they don't want. So big argument. And anyway, that time, when the police came to our place, he said, please go away. As soon as they will arrive here, we cannot take responsibility. So like 100 couple members, if you fight against 500 killed people, maybe some of you will be injured. Police asked us to go away from this place quickly. And anyway, I went, I come back, no couple member there. Clean. That was, where's couple members? They said, yeah, Mr. Sa, they heard Mr. Sa said quickly, this run away from this place, otherwise there will be damage. So I didn't say, but they said, Mr. Sa said, all member quickly go away. And it looks like they said already Mr. Sa disappeared. Well, because already I went there to see. I was so shocked. I never indicated, but they didn't like this. Anyway, I was standing in the middle. I said, anyway, okay, whether they come here or not, I don't mind. I will wait here alone. Nice days. Suddenly, this is my driver, and he went to many places, and the people in the ice cream shop and the coffee shop, and they completely disappeared, and the coffee, and they can see what will happen. Finally, he went there, and Mr. Sa is waiting alone. And finally, one by one came up. First, some sisters came. They said, Mr. Sa, we will protect you. And finally, many brothers came, and almost most of them came out. And just I was ready. And I did not say anything, because I don't want to explain to them, the couple members. I was very disappointed, and I didn't want. Okay, I will show you how to do. You can see later. And I was waiting. 7 o'clock, police came, please go away. I didn't go away, just to wait. 7 o'clock, they didn't come. 8 o'clock, they didn't come. 9 o'clock, they didn't come. It's summertime, that's why it's still not so dark. And I checked. Finally, police did not compromise to them, but they did not take away mask. Finally, police arrested 150 people who had mask. Arrested. And because this demonstration was finished on the way, and just they are scattered. That's why they didn't come. Otherwise, they came to this place, and what would happen? Because I don't know actually how could I do. But anyway, they did not come. So I came back to office. That time, in front of our office, still 10 of people came. They shouted, "We made it! We made it!" In front of Kaplan. This was 25th of July. I am so angry. If I am machine gun, I can go out. But anyway. So finally, we won, as you know. Yeah? We made it, we changed everything, and we made victory. My point is at that time, so many people say, I don't be proud of myself, just I wanted to share this truth, fact. And that time, every morning I could gather here. I gave a speech, keep the speech until the last moment. They say, when they see the situation, everything getting worse. But when they look at my face, they have hope. always. So when they look at my face, they have hope and to go out to fight. But since they lost hope, but came back again, they look at my face, always they can see hope. This many people testify. This was the reason everyone can keep the spirit until the last moment. But even convention was started, until the last moment, so many problems. As you remember, Italian brought big boss, a boss made fire, whole boss is burned out, and several million lira was interested, burned, and every night so many tires they made punk. And even Hyojin's hotel, they brought smelly, and Hyojin, this hotel completely, even hotel owner came to me, please go away. So they don't keep our crew anymore. And Tito came to Tito said, yeah, Mr. Sa, hotel owner came and we have to move out. That's why, okay, I can say hotel manager. And you are hotel manager, and he was very surprised. Yeah. You can speak logically. We paid a lot of money. That's why you have to protect us. We should protect hotel, which is right. Because we are guests. We paid a lot of money. This include presidential suite, and we paid a lot of money. They said, hotel, you should protect guests who are staying in hotel. How we can protect hotel safe, which is right. He said, you are right. Because this hotel manager is quite honest. He said, totally, you are right. So anyway, he said, we'll protect you. And from that night, he brought around 100 of this, many police and people, security, and they protect our hotel. Because that time I was so desperate. So I spoke logically. I'm responsible person, which is right. We have to protect hotel protect guests, which is right. You are right. Anyway, this can happen. But finally, we are this March, yeah, and we arrived very well, the same. Again, they made like a banner, kept people in front of our podium. So prompt came, even he came and he saw his son of bitch. What happened? And he was so shocked. Why? Because in front of the podium, few meters, they made a banner and they shouted. And I did not know at all this kind of happening. So what can I do as a leader? How can I mobilize people to push them away, and what can I do? So I did okay. And I asked member, you keep this picket. Suddenly, the one member came picket. I took picket. And slowly I walked. Finally, I jumped into this area. And everyone was so surprised. Our member, of course, they were more surprised. But other people, suddenly, with the one picket, jumped into and tried to destroy this banners everywhere. Few seconds later, everybody surrounded me. And they kicked him, but already it's in a few minutes, and no one helped me. Completely 100 people surrounding me, and they tried to they hit through me. And but I was very surprised. Our member did not join. Finally, Korean students, they came, they saw, and they came and they used like this drum and drums and this. They came and they started to fight. And the one Japanese brother Kiyoshi, you know,
Yeah.
and he saw me. You can see this. You can read the testimony. He said, when he looked at me, suddenly Mr. Sa jump into this enemy, and the enemy tried. Yes, he thought I have to save his life, and he wanted to come and stone hit his head like. And brother comes out, completely his all clothes wet by blood. He lost consciousness at the moment. And some sister came and take out his picture and put his heart like this. And they thought that he would die. So before he died, and so took a picture, put his heart. Anyway, he saw me, he felt, if I don't save his life, maybe Mr. Sa will be very dangerous. He tried to come and hit the stone and testified. And finally, members joined, and 1,000 members joined. finally we try to really destroy everything. So they anyway they move away. We made finally this barricade. We made the convention. That's why that time for me spiritually I was so desperate. That's why I determined not to make any program. Why? If I make some program, I have no visa. Many people ask me, Mr. Sa, don't make program. And just watch it. But when I go to this good place, and I try to watch, sometimes scared people came and they took our sisters, they regret and took and hit, go away. Suddenly I jumped and slide and I caught this nasty guy. And until police come, I did not allow him to release. And this can happen every day. I wanted to stay back. I could not stay. Finally, I go from police. And that's why, for me, as a leader, I wanted to show the spirit until the end. That's why at that time I came after I went to Korea, and I met father. Father said, actually, at that time, almost there's no possibility to win over this communist. That's why father thought, if Germany cannot make a convention in Berlin, father wanted to change this mission country from Germany to France. That time, actually, father someone supported France very much because of Le Pen. Do you remember?
Yeah.
And after convention, everybody went to France to support this support campaign. The father said, I determined internally. That's why suddenly all kind of German side spirit mobilized from spirit world. Father said, and they came down, but the time cap, they could keep spirit until the end. That's why this is kind of some happening. This is like a miracle. Miracle means that they could go, they could have actually gone higher court, and again we cannot make a convention. They gave up. This is a miracle anyway. The point is like always we have to keep hope. Always have expectation. Something will change sooner or later. Even I cannot make success, but I can continue to work through this second person, third person, even first person, the fifth person. Through this, finally we can make success. This kind of spirit is absolutely necessary. Why? Now I am European president, and I said, time has come to make big success now. Everybody have a hope, and we can now fight against the enemy. Many years with me, Mr. Sa, you know, we tried very hard sending Mr. Trump Kim. His first father is much more greater than you. Even he did not make success, and how can you make success? Even Myung Kim was a European president, and also he worked very hard, and we did not make success. How can you make success? They may think like this, don't you say some of them? Okay, make 40 days in this campaign. No, Mr. Sa, we did 40 days, it's already 100 times in the past. But 40 days campaign is not special anymore. And okay, I can give a main direction. All kinds of things. Already some member, they closed heart. Don't try to open the heart. Anyway, already determined not to follow. Whatever you say, some leaders, they have attitude. Whatever you say, okay, we try to pretend to follow you, because otherwise my mission is gone. But not really. From the bottom of heart, I don't follow. But if I officially don't follow you, maybe I know your character. You are very strong. That's why maybe you will change my mission. It's better not to do too much. Anyway, whatever you say, we don't completely follow you. And some leaders, some members have this attitude. I will destroy this kind of some spirit sooner or later. I have confidence to win this over this kind of leaders. Absolutely. There is no because I'm greater than Trump King or greater than Myung King. But now we are living in special time, completely Testament era, and this father declared himself as the Messiah. Something will happen sooner or later. Otherwise, what can we do? Our movement. I have confidence. I have confidence. to make success. That's why I spoke European leaders. Anyway, whatever you, whether you follow me, follow you, not doesn't matter. All of European leaders is against me. I will not lose my spirit and keep on going and show how to make success. Please don't watch me. Join me. So anyway, I think this is our spirit. That's why as Caleb, even 45 years have passed him, he never gave up the spirit. Even he said, I am strong, same as 40 years before. This kind of spirit. So he finally took over entire Israel. This lies. This is the secret to make a victory. So this year, I have a goal to make 5,000 members in Europe. When it started this year, 3,300. Already this was big success. Why? European movement already 2,300, 400, 500, again 2,400, something like this. But 1990, when we started to witness Eastern European countries, there were 110 members in Eastern European countries. But finally, become now 900. This was the region of membership. Now 3,300. Beginning of this year. So I thought, how can I make goal? 10,000, 5,000, 4,000, which is good, which is possible, which is really good. Finally, I decided 5,000. I'm sorry to say to the parents that I have goal to have a 5,000 membership. But anyway, according to our this situation, this is not small goal. Don't you think so? And that's why. But I was so serious. Okay, this is goal. I have to make possible. I have many ideas. I'm not such a person to give up. Now we'll fight until the end, until 31st of December anyway. So, I made a basic direction for European movement, and I have many ideas. That's why actually I had the confidence to make this, to do this goal without the persistence. This was bonus. Without persistence, I made it go. But now 340 Japanese citizens came, South Korean missionaries came. That's why this is absolutely already 400 members we increased. Already. And I said in the beginning, you can bring from America, you can bring from Korea, you can buy some members with money, and it doesn't matter. We should have 5,000 members on the end of this year. And if we have 5,000 members at the end of this year, next year, 10,000 members, not so difficult. Amen. But promise this year. I don't know about next year, this year. So what do you think about this year? We can have 5,000 membership or not?
Yes. Yes. We will.
So this I can do it. Don't worry. And I can show you how to make possible to fulfill this goal. Otherwise, we need such a leader. Don't you think so? Yes. Otherwise, we can try anyway. But I'm sorry, Heavenly Father. But I don't want. I want to put myself in a very serious moment. Whether I become victorious or fail, one or both, I want to choose. And not just I can continue to try and keep my mission for 5 years. I don't want. I can keep 10 years my mission in Europe. I cannot become millionaire anyway. I can survive, and that's all. My mission is gone. I have to go back to Korea. As just one normal person. That's why I can keep myself 3 years before it doesn't matter. Can I go back to Korea as a victorious or as a failure? Can I finish my mission as a victorious, as a failure, one of both? How many years? Not so much meaning. Don't you think so? There is a much better place than Europe in this world. Although Europe is the best place. That's why point is I want to put myself in a situation serious moment, and from this moment I can die or I can resurrect. One of both. Eh? This is my determination. That's why now the point is I am very serious. Mr. Shibanama, Mr. Hashimoto, they are also very serious. Unless I try to talk to them. You know Mr. Hashimoto, you know Mr. Shibanama, how to think about this point. And now Mr. Shibanama, they said, we can do it, no problem, Mr. San. No problem. And that's why I asked Mr. Hashimoto, you should have a 2,000 members in this thing on the end of this thing. What can I help you? Say to me, you need a money, you need a member, what do you need? That's why I asked him not to do fundraising too much. You can make many members, you can do fundraising anytime.